It's over!
He's done it again! Unbelievable!
Oh, straight into the roof of the net.
Nice one.
Straight down the middle. So a good performance from both teams here.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost. I'm Rupha Ramani. Let's get started. Right, on the show today, we bring you the latest social media content creator who, within a day of launching his YouTube channel, has already crossed the 20 million subscriber mark. On a sports show? Well, that's because this new influencer is football legend Cristiano Ronaldo. Neeraj Chopra has to brush off the Paris Games high as he heads into competition mode again. But how much has his net worth skyrocketed since the last Olympics? He's even surpassed some of the top paid Indian cricketers. Stay on to know more about that. And red card is given for serious offences. It's quite rare in the sport, but imagine being red carded for urinating by the pitch. Stay tuned to know more about this. But first, the headlines on Sports 360. Starting with cricket, Pakistan in command in the first of the two test series versus Bangladesh. Pakistan declared at 448. Saad Shakil's 141 and Mohammad Rizwan's 171 steadied the home side after a shaky start. In reply, Bangladesh are 27 without losing any wicket at the end of day's play. India's former fielding coach R. Sridhar has been appointed as the assistant coach of the Afghanistan cricket team. Sridhar's first assignment will be the one-off test between Afghanistan and New Zealand. He'll also assist the team during their three-match ODI series against South Africa. Over in Formula One, Lewis Hamilton's longtime race engineer, Mercedes' Peter Bonington, also fondly called as Bono, will not follow the driver to Ferrari next season. Mercedes has offered Bono a new role, that of head of race engineering. Bono has been with Hamilton throughout his 12-year spell with Mercedes. Over in football, with the intention to balance the overpaid books, Chelsea have started an initiative to offload top players from their squad. Raheem Sterling and Ben Chilwell have been added to the 20 players that Chelsea are looking to sell this summer. Sterling's number 7 shirt has also been given to summer signing Pedro Neto. And in athletics, the 800-meter gold medalist at the Paris Games, English runner Keely Hodgkinson, has pulled out of the rest of the season. Due to an unspecified injury, the 22-year-old was a favourite for the upcoming Diamond League in Brussels. There's a new star in town who's taken social media by storm. He's a 5-time Ballon d'Or winner, the highest goal scorer, and is now the newest content creator who is setting YouTube ablaze. Meet the newest avatar of CR7, who's now entered the YouTube world. The Portuguese star has launched his own YouTube channel, naming it UR. And within minutes of getting onto the YouTube, CR7 has sent fans into a massive tailspin, the good kind. Given the global fandom he already has, Ronaldo crossed 1 million subscribers within just 1 hour of launching his channel. And in less than 24 hours, less than one day, the Al Nassr captain crossed the 10 million subscriber mark. So he's already got the YouTube gold button. And Ronaldo celebrated that achievement with his family, flaunting the gold button with great pride. The cutest part of that video is, of course, his kids completely thrilled with that. More joy than what he probably showed holding a Ballon d'Or, did Ronaldo. Now a gold button is a feature that takes most YouTubers years to achieve. It's something you have to work really hard to get to. Many of the biggest names and platforms yearn for that golden button. But hey, we aren't talking about just anyone here, are we? It's Cristiano Ronaldo. This is a guy who is competing with Instagram's official handle for followers. He's a Facebook sensation with 170 million followers. He has a Twitter, now called X of course, fan base of 112 million people. And now throw in that YouTube page that has already reached 20 million subscriber base and is increasing as I'm speaking here. And you have a collective audience of close to 900 million. That is staggering. That's how many are consuming Ronaldo in every platform. Speaking of his latest venture, YouTube, it's like in the blink of an eye, a million get attached to Ronaldo's subscriber base. And these are not just any subscribers. They have a special name too. It's Ronaldo, so these subscribers are subscribers. Not my words, Ronaldo himself called them that right after he got the express delivery of that gold button. Talk about a cult. Seems like YouTube already got that gold button ready in preemption. But now that he's surpassed the 10 million mark, doubled that now almost, diamond button is due for the footballer. Now with Ronaldo's numbers ticking, I wonder how long it'll take him to reach the 300 million mark held by Mr. Beast. Sure, he has many platforms to surpass before he gets there, but the pace at which the subscribers are moving, I won't be surprised when he gets there sooner than you think. And to think that all these big players here are either entertainers, music or educational platforms, the top accounts here. So the big question, what will Ronaldo's platform be? What stories will he tell here? Here are my guesses. The first and the obvious one. A platform where he can express his opinion about football. Now, we've seen many former and current cricketers doing that via their YouTube platforms already. So maybe given Ronaldo's immense love for the sport, YouTube can be a platform for him even when he calls time on his football career. One way to continue staying connected with the sport. But we are talking about Ronaldo here and the multiple interests he has. Will it be about football here too? Maybe not. So then, what about traveling? We're well aware of Ronaldo's love for traveling. The footballer loves vacationing on his yacht. We've seen glimpses of it on his social media platforms. Maybe Ronaldo will take us behind the scenes and show us glimpses of how he vacations, from his breakfast routine to the exotic locations and the one-off surfing sessions. That ought to be exciting. Ronaldo and his fitness routine is the most talked of aspect of the footballer. We do know that he has a strict routine where he incorporates a challenging mix of high-intensity sprints, targeted weights, cardio, Pilates, and of course swimming. So maybe tips to his subscribers to help them stay fit. Not half as fit as him, but they can surely dream and live vicariously through him. Maybe the influence of his partner, Georgina Rodriguez, is catching up with Ronaldo. The footballer endorses some top brands like Nike, Herbalife, Tag Heuer, and Louis Vuitton. The footballer possesses a range of luxury cars, businesses, and a lifestyle that is envious. So, how about a peek into that side of his life? And here's an out-of-the-box idea. Ronaldo, the financial advisor, a net worth of more than $900 million. Clearly, the money game is as strong as his football one. From his personal brand CR7 to his chain of hotels, his hold in the financial world is stunning. And given that Ronaldo was the brand ambassador of Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, he sure has it in him to be a financial guru. But the list doesn't end here. From cooking to being an adorable father, the list of Ronaldo's passion projects is endless. Here's what I think. After achieving so much on the field, Ronaldo is looking for another platform to ace, something else, another challenge. So why not content creation? He most certainly is going to break records here too. That's guaranteed. Olympics glory can change your life. It can completely transform an athlete's life, like Pakistan's otherwise sidelined gold medalist at Paris, Arshad Nadeem. He's now the most sought-after athlete, and every quarter in Pakistan is celebrating him now. Turkish shooter Dikeç is an internet sensation, and he did not even try hard to become one. For the medal-winning Indian athletes, the Paris Olympics has been a game changer. Now, India did not have the best outing at all. To be fair, they came back with lesser medals than what they had attained at the Tokyo Olympics. Just 6 medals this time and no gold yet. For 2 medalists from the campaign though, Neeraj Chopra and Manu Bhaker, there's been a mammoth shift. their brand value has shot up drastically. And of course, there has been one other athlete apart from these two who's having her moment in the sun despite coming back without a medal, but we'll get to her a little later. First, Neeraj Chopra. India's golden boy may have failed to defend his gold medal at Paris, but he was still the biggest performer. The only silver medalist for India at the Games, and that has resulted in a massive surge in his brand value. So much so that it has surpassed some of the top Indian cricketers. Now, this is big. You don't need a reminder to know that outshining Indian cricketers on the basis of net worth is huge. Now, you might say that was not that he was always there up there post Tokyo, but here are some numbers. Neeraj Chopra's brand value before Paris was estimated at under $30 million. That is now a whopping $40 million after Paris Games. And to give you a little context, before the Olympics, Neeraj's net worth was similar to that of Indian cricketer Hardik Pandya. And now he's overtaken the World Cup winner too. Neeraj Chopra is the highest valued non-cricketer in Indian sporting fraternity. And the gap between him and the rest is only going to keep increasing. Because one thing is certain with Neeraj: victory and the hunger to succeed. That's the consistent quality he possesses. With the Olympics done, the javelin star is now focusing on the Diamond League, where he will take center stage later tonight. There is no Arshad Nadeem here in this, but it will be a stiff challenge for him nevertheless. Yet an opportunity for another feather in his cap. The athlete just never stops. A key reason for his success: organizations want to be associated with a player like him because it is not just about the skills he shows on the field, but his charisma, and that's something which makes him a very sellable brand. And alongside him, the biggest surge in popularity has been that of female shooter Manu Bhaker. Manu Bhaker's brand endorsements fee before the Paris Games was $30,000. Now it's more than 5 times that value. And while Neeraj is becoming a face of Indian sporting fraternity, Bhaker is the rising sensation. The fearless, religious, calm person who can also be exuberant, fun and cheerful. Combine that with how dynamic and explosive she can get while competing, apt to endorse any brand. Another athlete for whom Paris Games changed her world in more ways than one. Someone who couldn't finish her Olympic campaign, Vinesh Phogat. Her dream of any Olympic medal might have shattered, but the wrestler's image, from the one you see now, being escorted and carried away by cops during a protest just last year, has changed to this. Lakhs across different age groups gathered around her to welcome her, celebrate her, listen to her. And it's not just the people of the country who are heaping the accolades now. Brands are queuing up too. Vinesh's endorsement fee was similar to that of Manu Bhaker's before the Paris Olympics, and after, it's over $100,000. The wrestler showed a lot of character through the ordeal. Her grit and determination came through. These qualities are rare, they're gold. Qualities that any brand will want to be associated with. And given her popularity now, brands won't shy away from signing the fighter up. To see 2 women athletes getting recognized monetarily just as much as a male performer in India is a pretty powerful statement, one that Manu Bhaker and Vinesh Phogat made while battling it out in Paris. And maybe this is just the kind of inspiration required for many non-cricket stars to emerge and aim to make it big. Now, red cards in sport are very rare, only reserved for the worst offenders, one who deserve to be sent off. Only the biggest foul guarantees a red card. Violence is one, striking a player in opposition is another, getting into a fight, definite red card potential. Any foul, basically, and usually red cards lead to general disagreement and more anger. But this particular red card left many in splits. It's definitely ticked off the bizarre reasons box. A footballer, Santiago Manzo, playing in Peru, Sebastian Manzo rather, was red carded for, wait for it, urinating during the game, and the internet cracked up. Here's a report.
Red cards are tough. They completely derail the game. And if it's a key player who has been red carded, then the course of the game can change. The whole mood shifts. Now, red cards are a very rare sight in football or hockey. You saw India receiving a red card at the Olympics for striking the opponent. It was only the 4th instance in 11 years. In football, the occurrences are higher. It's a more robust game. A football game in Peru turned into a rather bizarre episode. Let me set this up for you. Atletico Avellón was playing Cantorcillo FC in a Copa Peru game. With the game tied at 0-0, Avellón received a corner in the 71st minute. But the game had been paused because Cantorcillo's goalkeeper was down injured. So, there was a bit of a halt there, with players of Cantorcillo FC crowding around the goalkeeper to check in on him. And that's when it all went down. Opposition player, Avellón's Sebastian Munoz, had already walked over to the corner flag to take the set piece. And as play continued to stay halted, Santiago saw his chance. He just couldn't hold it in any longer, so he turned around and decided to relieve himself while the others looked preoccupied. But of course, to his misfortune, one of the Cantorcillo players caught him urinating and promptly complained to the referee. In true headmaster style, the referee forgot everything else, marched over to Munoz and flashed him the red card. Luis's injury was clearly forgotten because no one cared after this. Munoz was in shock, but he could do nothing but to sheepishly exit the pitch. Football has given us enough moments to look back at and have a laugh. The internet, of course, had a field day with many tweets and retweets, the majority seeing the funny side to it, and also sparking off debates on whether this deserved a red card at all. But would you believe this isn't the first instance of a footballer urinating during the game next to the pitch? Former Arsenal goalkeeper Jens Lehmann jumped over the ad hoardings to quickly relieve himself right outside the pitch, jumped back in to stop the opposition's counter-attack before the referee could catch him in the act. Here's the more infamous one and a story for the ages. English player Lineker had a stomach bug and just couldn't stop himself from defecating right on the ground in the middle of a game against Ireland. This was during the 1990 World Cup. None of these guys were sent off though. Munoz, unfortunately, will go into the record books of red cards for a very unique reason indeed.
Time for last serve. For a Formula One fan, what is better than experiencing the car that was driven by Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen and other legendary champions? Fans in London will get to experience exactly that when the exhibition celebrating 74 years of Formula One opens tomorrow. Treat for every Formula One fan but that wraps up Firstpost here. Do take care. I'll see you again tomorrow with more fresh stories. Till then, bye-bye.
Hello and welcome to Fast and Factual. My name is Utsav Parekh and here are the top stories of the day.